Good morning, everyone. This is Jayant Rohankar, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Tulsiramji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology. Today, we are going to learn about KDD process, which is the part of data warehousing and mining subject. KDD means knowledge discovery from database. The diagram is on your screen of KDD process, and we have to learn in this how to get the valuable data, how to get the data which is important to take some decisions in any of the organization, any of the industry. In any of the organization, any of the industry, some situations may occur that in that case, company have to take some decisions which will be useful for that company to survive in the market or to stand in the market. So that decision is very important. If suppose we don't have that data, which on the basis of which we can take decision, so whatever information, whatever data we have is of no use. So that's why we have to do, we have to apply the process knowledge discovery from the database when we want to get the knowledge from the database. So dear students, here we have this diagram, and you can easily see the flow of this process. First of all, we have databases. We have databases and flat files. Databases, we can collect the data from various sources that we have already learned in that architecture of data warehousing and mining. Uh, in that, we have seen that lot of sources are there to collect the database, or we can say to collect the raw database. And flat files also used to collect the database. So that database is the raw database, and from that database we have to prepare, we have to design one data warehouse. You know what is mean by data warehouse. Data warehouse is the collection of subject oriented, integrated, time variant and non volatile collection of database, right, which is used to take some sort of decision in the management decision making process. So we have to design the data warehouse, then selection and transformation from that database, and it will transfer to the data mining, and we have to apply the tools in on that database which is given by the data mining. Then only you will get the knowledge. Now see, one lady is stand there with some tools, and that lady want the knowledge which is available in that bucket. That bucket is named by knowledge. So knowledge is different and database is different. Knowledge means what? If suppose you are fail in any of the subject in the university exam, so what was the lacunas while you are writing that paper, that you can identify very easily. If you will call, if you will ask to for the xerox copy to the university, and you will see the answer sheet, at that time you will get an idea where you were wrong, right? And easily you can identify the mistakes. So this is what a knowledge. You can recover that mistakes, you can recover that problem when you will see the database, when you will see that xerox copy of answer sheet. So this is what the knowledge you have regarding the mistakes, right? And on the basis of that, you can recover that, and you can uh, solve that paper very easily, very nicely, and you will get pass in next attempt. So this is what the knowledge you are getting from your xerox answer sheet. Likewise, Database is having the large amount, and that large amount of database is not able to provide the database which is uh, what we can say which is used to take decision, that's why we need to apply the process which is used to get the knowledge from the large amount of database. The knowledge which is required to get some decision is not in huge amount, but whatever data we will collect, whatever data we will retrieve after doing the analysis on the raw database in the process, so that last the result decision making database is important, and that is called knowledge. If suppose in any of the industry the production is decreases in any of the month, the production manager will be asked by the CEO or the owner of the company why the production is decreased. So at that time, if suppose that production manager is not having an idea what was the problem arises during that month, so he or she is not able to answer to the owner of the company. If suppose that production manager is having the proper database, yes, in first week of this month, uh, employee were not available properly because of some problem or medical issues. Then in next week, less of the raw material. Then next week, again some uh, technical issues in the machines and all, like that. If the production manager is having the database, then he or she can answer to the owner of the company. Why? Because the production in that particular month is reduced as compared to other months. So such type of knowledge you must have while you want to take decision. And as the data scientist, as the data analyst, this is what the job of you or the job of a data analyst or a data scientist, to identify the valuable data from the huge amount of or the from mountain of database. So this is what the process of discovery of knowledge from the database. See, knowledge discovery as a process is depicted and consists of an iterative sequence of following steps. First step in knowledge discovery process is data cleaning, to remove noise and inconsistent data from the database. See, when we are collecting the raw database, that raw database is not pure data. It is not pure data because so many noise are there and inconsistency is there. What is mean by noise and inconsistency, that we have seen in the basics of introduction of data warehouse. Then integration, we have to do the integration on the database, because this, from only one domain we are collecting the data, it is not sufficient to take or to get the knowledge. So we have to do integration of data, we have to combine the data from multiple sources, and that data we need to consider, and that data which we are integrated is in huge amount. So that's why from that huge amount of data we have to take knowledge. So data integration is needed while we are applying the KDD process. Data selection, where data relevant to the analysis task are retrieved from the database. Data transformation, where data are transformed or consolidated into forms appropriate for mining by performing summary or aggregation operation. Data transformation also need to apply while we are applying the KDD process, while we are considering the KDD process, where data are transformed or consolidated into forms appropriate for mining, which is appropriate for mining by performing summary or aggregation operations. We have to apply the summarization operation or the aggregation operation on the data while we are transforming data or we are consolidating the data. Then fifth step is data mining. Data mining is an essential process where intelligent methods are applied in order to extract the pattern. You know what is mean by pattern? We have taken one example of whenever one customer is going to purchase milk at the morning time in the bakery or in the shop. So if suppose that shop owner display bread and butter in the display rack, so whenever that customer will purchase the milk, he or she will see that butter and bread is available in the rack. So it is most commonly observed that it is most commonly analyze that that customer will definitely purchase, or 90% probability of purchasing that bread and butter is there. So this is what the pattern we have to identify, why the production of the company a particular product is reduced in particular month. So we need to identify the pattern. So if suppose in any of the organization, suppose employees are not interested to do work in that particular weather or environment, so it may be happen that mm, that that particular employees in that organizations are regularly taking the medical leaves, so company have to take some sort of decisions to provide them medical facilities in the company premises, like that. So this is also the pattern we need to identify to overcome the problems or to solve the problems which are arises in the organization. Okay. Then six, pattern evaluation to identify the truly interesting patterns respecting knowledge based on some interestingness measures. Okay. Then seventh, knowledge presentation where visualization or knowledge representation technique are used to represent or present the mind knowledge to the user. Seventh step is very important because we have to visualize or present whatever data we have taken in the form of suppose graph, pie chart, or such type of visualization you need to you need to apply to present whatever data we have collected, whatever results we have collected on to the users. Okay. Here step 1 to 4 Step 1 to 4 are different form of data pre-processing. Step 1 to 4 are different form of pre-processing where data are prepared for mining, and data mining steps may be interact with the user or knowledge base. The interesting pattern are presented to user and may store as a new knowledge in the knowledge base. Data mining only one step in the entire process, but an essential one because it is uncovers hidden pattern for evaluation. There are data mining is a step in the knowledge discovery process. Data mining is a step in the knowledge discovery process. So this is regarding what is discovery knowledge discovery process from the database. You have any difficulty, you have any problem, any questions regarding this topic, then you can ask. Yes, any question?